This was a little tough, thinking of things on the spot to say, to do all the accents. Anyways, I think I got through it. This is just some of the ones that I know.
Oh, Marcy, mate. Went down to the airport, pick up my mate, bring him down to the bar. No sooner had I got a pint of Foster's down my gullet, I turn and I see this wallaby attack my mate, charged right at his face. Had fangs and claws. Crocky, he was a big one, eh? And my mate, he'd never been in a fight like that in his life. I tried to tell him, hey mate, you're not gonna get very far like that. My mate's from England, and we talked quite differently, and he didn't hear me correctly. What he had was, mate, you nick him front or back, which is completely not what I was trying to tell him to do. So you can imagine my surprise when he breaks his pint over the bar. It's just to castrate that wallaby. I never in my life seen that much bodily fluid move through a pair of testicles. Not to mention it's completely illegal to castrate a wallaby in Australia.
Have you ever heard of the story of the Irish fighter who travelled all the way to France? I thought not. Well, take a seat, Seamus, and let me regale you of the tale. As you can probably imagine, it starts off with the fighter. He travelled across the Emerald Isle, across the British Isles, across the Channel, through Normandy, and finally to France. And as he was passing the shops of France, probably on his way to prayer, no doubt, he smelled this beautiful fragrance of perfume, filled the air. He was so enamored by it, he thought that probably Saint Michael and all the angels must be singing of his glory. He just had to stop and ask the shopkeeper how he managed to fill the ambience of the atmosphere with such wonderful sweet fragrance. The shopkeeper, being a man of the cloth himself, decided that he would donate one of the stills for make a perfume to the church. The Irish father gladly accepted and brought it all the way back to Ireland, where he found a much more creative use for it. And that's how the Irish invented whiskey.
Well, if you're gonna hear from the Scottish, you better listen. I was sitting in the pub, talking with me kin about the state of affairs, and the Irishman stood up, started talking about me kilt, calling it a dress, saying that he's never seen one before. So I stood there and I called him a liar. My kin said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to pick a fight with that titwomp, the Doombringer." He said, "Well, we didn't get all dressed up for nothing."
Oh my God, what doing are you, my friend? When I am getting dragged out of my vehicle and pounded on the pavement, it is not okay for you to sit in traffic and pretend that this isn't happening to me. Just turning up your music. Is it okay that he tells me that my children should die of COVID? No, this is not transcendental meditation. This is not Dharma, my friend. It is not okay. And you think that you are not participating, but you are. You would be dead wrong. Because as my head is bouncing on the road, I feel that my attacker is slowing down. Quite possibly the worst day of my life will be over. All of a sudden, my attacker hears your music, the eye of the tiger coming out of your vehicle, and he turns into fucking Rocky Balboa and starts beating my ass like I'm in a goddamn movie. This is not okay.
I say it is much more prim and proper to stay in high society than it is to mingle with your lessers.
You could always do the Liverpool. This is the one that was made famous by the Beatles.
Too right you are.
Well, you could do a Manchester.
Manchester, it's a little bit more guttery, almost slangy. Oh, get off with it. You could be a cockney then. Great, you having a bath with it. What else I say? Dick then type, does it? Does it proper, he does. Too right you are, governor, too right you are.